Agnes. It's nice to see you this afternoon. Mabuhay.
Right? This is it. So this afternoon, we are going to have our debate on a particular topic. But before going further, okay, it is in our Science 8 lesson that electricity is part of the first quarter. And we know that electricity play a very important role in our lives. We cannot make use of our laptops. We cannot watch our favorite television, TV shows, because or without electricity. Am I right, children? Okay. And we have experiencing the lack of electricity, or in other words, the shortage of electricity. Well, in fact, our local government of Usami City is trying to find out a solution to answer the needs or our needs in electricity, which is the coal-fired power plant somewhere in. But however, considering our new and future leaders, okay, I know you have an idea on the advantages as well as the disadvantages of having that project. Okay, am I right, children? So, this afternoon, we are going to witness and hear your ideas on a particular topic, which is about, everybody read our topic.
Coal-fired power plant is the answer to a sustainable energy supply.
Are you in favor? What is your idea about the topic that we have chosen to discuss this afternoon? So to begin with, I have to introduce to you the chairman or moderator of today's debate. I call on Humphrey Hanina.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This afternoon, we are going to witness a debate that is going to be done by the selected students from grade 8, DNA and RNA. I am Humphrey and Aninaw to chair today's debate. We are going to welcome the proposition and opposition so that they can introduce themselves.
I am Kelly Rochelle D. Moralde from DNA and Precision T. I am Dea Lapat from DNA.
After introducing yourself, this time we will now proceed to your introductory part on your stand about coal-fired power plant is the answer to a sustainable energy supply.
A coal power station is a power station that burns coal in order to produce energy. Coal is the most abundant fossil fuel on the planet. It is a relatively cheap fuel with some of its large deposits in regions that are relatively stable politically, such as China, India, and the United States. To make things short, the coal power station is reliable, affordable, abundant, and safe.
So one factor of installing, one great factor of the advantage of installing the coal-fired power plant in Usami City is that you can rely on it 100%. So in this third world country, our main concern is electricity. So that's why researchers nowadays find ways on how to improve electricity production without even trying. So and other forms of electricity that produces and other forms of power stations that produces electricity. For example, the wind energy. You cannot rely on it because what if there's no wind? And solar energy, you cannot rely on it because what if there's no sunlight? And in hydroelectric power plant, you cannot rely on it because what if the dams or the dams runs out of water? So reliability is a great factor of installing the coal-fired power plant in Ozami City. So I conclude that coal-fired power plant is the answer to sustainable energy supply.
Reliability. It has the ability to support power during emergencies. Coal-fired power plant is designed to support the grid system in order to avoid blackouts. Do you still experience blackouts in your homes? We do. I do in my family. It is such a hassle because you could not sleep comfortably, and I hate it when I eat with the lights out, and I could not study, do my homeworks and projects. That's why knowing that one of the advantages of coal-fired power plant is reliability that supports the system in avoiding blackouts. Affordability and abundance. Energy produced from coal-fired power plant is cheaper and more affordable compared to other energy sources. Since coal is abundant, it is definitely cheap to produce power from this fuel. Moreover, it is not expensive to extract and mine from this fuel. Continuously, its price remains low compared to other fuel and energy sources. There are approximately 300 years of economic coal deposits still accessible. With this great amount of coal deposits that is available, coal-fired power plant can be continuously fueled within many more years.
In today's generation, the advancement of technology has been very helpful and have allowed fossil fuels such as coal to be processed in order to improve living conditions. And living conditions, what we need are, for example, is electricity. So if we don't have electricity, it would be hard for us to do things, and it would be a hindrance for us, especially students. So one of the benefits of the coal power plant is because it uses known technologies. And the known technologies are very well advanced today, so it is easier to produce and convert coal from thermal energy to mechanical energy.
So coal-fired power plants are considered safer than nuclear power plants. A coal power plant's failure is certainly not likely to cause catastrophic events such as nuclear meltdown would. Additionally, the welfare and productivity of coal industry employees has greatly improved over the years. In fact, injuries, time lost, and fatalities have decreased significantly in the past years.
Now, we have heard the proposition's idea. I am requesting the opposition to give their statement.
Good afternoon, everyone. I see the point of the proposition team, but our team will defend our ideas about disagreeing about the coal-fired power plant in Ozami City. Fossil fuels are indeed the top fuels used all over the world
for generating power and electricity. Coal is the most widely used fuel in power plants. Coal-fired power plants use different kinds of machineries to convert heat energy from combustion to mechanical energy. But however, although it has advantages, it brings harmful effects to us, to our environment, and also to us humans. Then my group mates will state their statements about the disadvantage of the coal-fired power plants.
So one of the disadvantage of coal-fired power plants is the greenhouse gas emission. We all know, or we can never deny, that coal brings bad effects or harmful substances to our air, which causes pollution. And it releases over 85% of carbon dioxide emission, which is the prime contributor to global warming and the main driver to climate change. So, in burning coal, it also emits 37,500 poison, which is enough to destroy the Pango Bay and also the neighboring provinces of Misamis Occidental. So this is such a big threat to our environment and also to our health.
Another disadvantage is mining of coal. Not only results in destructions of habitat and scenery, but it also disrupts humans as well. In many countries where coal is actively mined, many people are displaced in huge numbers due to the beating of the earth brought about by underground mining. Places near the coal mines are unsafe for human habitation, as the land could give anytime.
So one of the disadvantages of coal-fired power plant is the emission of harmful substances. Thermal plants like coal-fired plants emit harmful substances to the environment such as sulfur dioxide and carbon monoxide. These harmful substances not only cause acid rain but also are very harmful to human beings as well.
Next in line is the generation of millions of tons of waste. Millions of tons of waste products which can no longer be reused are generated from coal-fired power plants. Aside from the fact that these waste products contribute to waste disposal problems, these also contain harmful substances that can affect our health.
There are significant disadvantages that could take risk hazardous. If the coal power plant will be approved like global warming, it cannot be denied that coal-fired power plants leave behind harmful byproducts and causes air pollution. We all need air in order for us to breathe, but somehow, because of it, many people are affected upon the contaminated air, and it leads to destruction of our environment.
Carbon monoxide and other gases like sulfur dioxide gas is formed when those carbon gases is not completely burned. And they said those carbon gases released from the coal-fired power plant has a filter machine, but not totally it can filter, and it can cause a lot of damage.
As it was said by the protesters, which belong to different organizations in Ozamis, we non-verbatimly, we are Ozamisans. We fear our future and our children's future if this sinister plan will continue. We should not stop saying our piece and inform our fellow Ozamisans that about the danger that coal-fired power plant could give us. We have the rights and obligation to voice out as the people who will be later become the victims of this tragedy.
Therefore, our group conclude that the government should not pursue their plan about the coal-fired power plant because it has harmful effects on our environment and especially to our health.
So we are the opposition team and we say,
No to coal-fired power plant in Ozami City.
Alright, thank you guys. Thank you, children. So we have just heard the ideas, the opening statement of both the proposition and the opposition side. And this time, we are now ready to answer the questions from each.
So you are all saying that we will not use the coal-fired power plant? So where are we going to get our electricity?
yes, we can get electricity from from nature, like Maria Cristina Falls, windmill, and solar panel.
What if there is no wind, and what if the water in the Marcosina Dam will drain?
Pollution that affects our health. So why will you use a coal-fired power plant if it will add dangerous risk to your health?
Because we need energy to develop, because we are just a developing nation. Despite the shortcoming, coal-fired power plant boiler is still important to the power generation because our economy would have a better and more developed industry.
The statement of Kenley, Ozami City is just a developing city. We all know that other energy sources are expensive. We must prefer what's abundant and at the same time affordable.
Although we could get a lot of benefits from it, but it can cause great damage of the people living near the power plant and also the city and the whole country as well.
I agree that it would really cause us harmful effects. But aren't we debating about whether coal-fired power plants is the answer to sustainable energy supply, which my group is fighting for?
Yes, we are debating about that, but we are against that one, so we are stating all the disadvantages of that.
To support Sophia's answer, yes, you're right, we're debating about the electricity. But who will use that if the people living near that power plant will get health problems and may lead to death?
Yes, you're all right, but we are talking about the supply of energy in our country. So, what will you give? What will we use to have electricity that supports and another way to have electricity in our country?
To support the statement, the government is letting the people living near the power plant, they are letting the people to transfer to another place so that their health won't harm.
We have solar power plant and those hydroelectric plants. Yes, we do have those, but as I stated before that it is cheap. Coal-fired power plant is cheaper, and coal is very abundant in most of the countries here in the world. That's why it is commonly used for the country so that there would be sustainable energy.
Yes, coals may be abundant, but our health are not abundant, so we should take care of our health.
I guess the world, all the people in the world will not die just because of coal-powered plant. And there are other causes of death, not just coal-fired power plants. Yes, it is harmful, but we could also stay away from those by transferring to another by staying away from those places because it's still for our own good because we could not live comfortably without electricity. Even this room has
Yes, it may be not the reason of all death, but it can destroy our ozone layer and it can lead to the destruction of our planet.
I think with just one coal-fired power plant here in Ozamis will not ruin the entire ozone layer.
Also, in fact, that if we are going to have the wind and solar power plant, even if we have 60% of the renewable energy and just 40% of the coal power plant, we can still experience brownouts. So according to what President Aquino said in his 2013 sauna that we need to have a steady supply of energy. And we also need to balance the contradiction between the industry development and also our environment.
Coal-fired power plant is necessary to meet the nation's growing energy needs. Why can't the Philippines have a coal-fired power plant here in Mindanao when in fact in China, in Indonesia, in US, and in other countries, they have many coal-fired power plants. That's why their economy or their industry is growing.
The effect of coal plant on the economy may be a derived one. In simple language, the economy thrives when people are healthy. In addition, coal-fired power plant may improve living conditions, but does it help the economy to rise if the people are sick and unhealthy?
That's why the government are trying to help the people to migrate in other places so that their health won't be harmed.
What if those people don't have enough money to migrate or go to another place?
The government will supply all their needs just to transfer to other places, just like there at Pulat. I am from Pulat, and I know that the government are paying the people just to transfer in another place so that they won't be harmed.
Yes, that's true. I am in Pulat also. So, those migration will be affected, those overpopulation. You will transfer into Mindanao, and transfer in Visayas and Luzon. Those places were overpopulated and you will also go there. And it will be added to those overpopulated persons. So are you going to transfer and migrate because of that coal-fired power plant that you know that is so very harmful to us?
It is very impossible that all of the people here in the country, just because we would have a coal power plant in Pulat, all will die and will need to migrate. I think it's very exaggerating.
It's not exaggerating because, as you mentioned, that there are lots of coal-fired plants in the world. Little by little, our ozone layer is being destroyed. So,
Yes, that's why the government in the world is conducting a law. I think that in each country we must lessen the carbon dioxide emitted. And in China and Indonesia and other countries, they have many coal-fired power plants already. And why can't the Philippines have it also? Would we allow our country to always stay below?
it's not staying below, it's about caring for our environment. It is so disappointing and horrifying that our government know about or has knowledge about the bad effects of coal-fired power plant, but they perjure that project.
We have just heard your sides. Okay, the opposition stand have also their point that we have to take care of our environment, as you claim that the coal had emitted carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, as well as nitrogen, which pollutes the environment. However, for the proposition group, they are trying to say that technology that filters, that answers on, or that prevent, that make any alternative just to minimize the emission as well as the waste coming from the coal. Alright, thank you so much, children. So this time we are now going to have our awarding on the